Hey, what is up YouTube? Here coming at you with a brand new replay, and in this game we're going to be checking out a game between myself and Macsed on the Korea server. And like I mentioned earlier, or my last video, we were testing out that leave game bug, and we got matched up against quite a few good players, and by the time my MMR started to even out after I got placed and everything, we were still playing about top 50 to top 100 GM players, so this is a game played a little bit after that against Macsed. So hopefully you guys find this pretty entertaining. PvP, personally I have my reservations between PvP right now. I think most players are not really generally liking the fact that disruptors just kill everything. We see a little chat here between me and Macsed, but generally, I think a lot of players have been favoring going for Stargate builds and getting out Phoenix, maybe one Oracle in the early stage of the game. And the reason is because Phoenix allow you to be aggressive on the map, and it also allows you to scout out your opponent in PvP. But at the same time, they can be used defensively, and most importantly, they let you know about the timings of everything. Whether you're fighting against DTs, usually go out with two Phoenix to scout for that, or whether you're going to be fighting a gateway push or anything like that. So generally, I think most Korean players that I've been watching have been using that. But in this game, we're going to see something a little bit different from Macsed. This is the pretty standard 2-gate opener with the cybernetics core, where they usually either go for adepts to do some early pressure on the other person's mineral line to try and get a little edge wherever they can, or we've been seeing, I think, more increasingly, a little bit more popular lately, to just go back to the standard 2-gate stalker opener, and this is because of course it helps stop any 3-gate pressure or anything like that, and it also allows you to be aggressive if the opponent isn't the one actually attacking you. So sometimes you can punish fast thirds or something like that. But this is where things are going to start deviating here. We can start seeing Stargate for me. Already have out our mothership core, getting a stalker as well. Have our probe down here for some shenanigans, right? Always got to keep that thing alive, see what you can scout. We see Macsed actually proxying a pylon here, so I'm going to start to see what he's up to in a little bit. You can see he's still working on stalker production, has 2 out so far, and our stalker's moving out across the map here. Just checking for any proxies or anything that's weird. Again, we can see the pylon that I was talking about in the other game. I like putting these at the front of my base just to make sure you can hold a certain position. And, we see 2 stalkers move up here. And the thing about this photon overcharge is it's so strong that if you're the aggressing player, you have to be careful here. We see Macsed actually proxying a gateway and another pylon up here. So I don't know what that is, so whatever. Anyway, alright, so Jesus, what's going on, boys? Hang on a second. Alright, we got it. Situation under control. Alright, so Macsed trying to push up here again. We got our 2 stalkers holding the line. We got some crazy micro battles going on right here. So we're actually getting a lot of damage out of these 2 stalkers. Macsed's almost lost 2 stalkers here, which is fantastic for us. With 3 stalkers, I was actually pretty confident that I could fight this. I knew that if he was making stalkers off of 2 gateways, now was the time that I would have to attack. So that I could trade effectively and hold any other push. But what we didn't know is that Macsed has 4 gateways, so things are getting crazy here. We actually are producing Phoenix here because I don't know how all-in he is. I don't know if he's only got 2 gates, 3 gates, or 4 gates. I assume he has 3 because of his extra units. And here's actually a little bit of a mistake. I probably should not have warped in those stalkers here. We can see that the extra damage that his stalkers got to do was actually quite substantial. But we have our 2 Phoenix coming in here. And this is one reason why the Phoenix opener is so strong. Even without scouting this, lifting up units and using the photon overcharge is so effective. And our microing like a god over here, basically top 3 control. This might as well what I think I am, right? And moving across the map with our Phoenix, Macsed knows that at this point he's lost too much stuff. He has the same number of probes as me, but no units and no tech. So these Phoenix are probably just going to fly across the map, kill probes, and I'd probably scout around for these gateways because I don't know what was going on for my vision, this is all he had. But of course, you can't have that many stalkers with that. Also had a proxy pylon set up, so we were ready for a counterattack. We could also take another base or go into another tech. If we saw less stalkers than that, then actually it'd probably be smart to add a robotics to make sure you don't die to DT or any other kind of silly follow-up. But this is kind of what I wanted to show you guys, the different things that a lot of Korean players are testing out on the Korea server. They're really starting to proxy stuff absolutely everywhere. The 100 minerals you lose for proxying is not as easy to notice. It's not as substantial in Legacy of the Void, so you can get away with proxying a lot more stuff in Legacy of the Void. I know watching State, he's been proxying. Usually he goes for Stargate and then gets proxy Twilight and Dark Shrine, and then adds another pylon. And usually he does that on one base while getting a second base. So he's expanding out, but at the same time, he puts so much money into stuff out on the map. But it's okay because you know, you don't have to worry so much about that investment, and it's not as all in, it feels, as it was in Heart of the Swarm. So there's a lot more options for players nowadays, I think, in Legacy of the Void. So anyway, I hope this was interesting for you guys, and you enjoyed the game between me and macsed. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.